In July this year, the French president and his wife paid a 3-day state visit to the UK, and Macron once again became the target of online mockery. At the state banquet held at Windsor Castle, Macron raised his glass and suddenly winked at Princess Kate. I mean, it's just a toast, why throw a flirty glance at the princess? The moment was caught on camera and went viral on X. Earlier, when Macron arrived in the UK and stepped off the plane, he stretched out his hand to help Brigitte. But his hand hung awkwardly in the air as his wife ignored him. Left embarrassed, he poured all his enthusiasm onto Kate instead. Upon meeting her, he grabbed her hand and wouldn't let go, bowing down to plant a gallant kiss on it. At the banquet, he even pulled out Kate's chair himself and pushed it in, leaving the waiters at a loss. Throughout the meal, he was all animated expressions. With such a lack of composure, no wonder Brigitte looked displeased. Macron, you'd better watch out before your wife gives you another slap. The last French presidential visit to the UK was 17 years ago, and this time Britain rolled out the highest level of ceremony, making Macron the centre of attention with his trademark French passion. William and Kate welcomed them at the Royal Air Force Base, with Kate's thick, wavy hair flowing down. She wore a pale pink Dior jacket and a tulle skirt, paired with Princess Diana's Collingwood drop pearl earrings and the Queen's triple-strand pearl necklace. When Macron tried to hold his wife's hand, Brigitte rejected him in public. The British media quickly posted comparison photos, highlighting how loving William and Kate looked. Although Brigitte ignored her husband, she was hot toward Kate, praising her by saying she looked great. At Windsor Castle, Charles and Camilla welcomed the Macrons. The two women, both in their 70s and famous for their voluminous hairstyles, greeted each other with a la bise. 78-year-old Camilla wore a bright green Anna Valentine dress, paired with the emerald and diamond brooch inherited from the late Queen. 72-year-old Brigitte chose a fitted white dress. Somehow, Camilla's wrinkles looked fewer than those of Madame Brigitte. The two couples have been married for similar lengths of time, Charles and Camilla for 20 years, remaining inseparable, while the Macrons have been married for 18 years. Has their love already faded so quickly? It seems Brigitte, busy worrying about her former student Macron, lives less comfortably than Camilla. Once again, Macron reached out to hold her hand, but she pressed down her skirt and ignored him, leaving his hand awkwardly hanging in the air. Being ignored by your wife is nothing. Let's turn our attention to the state banquet. In Windsor Castle's St. George's Hall, a 100-metre-long table was set up, taking 6 days to assemble. All the flowers and lavender came from Buckingham Palace and the Windsor Gardens. 2 wines were served, a 1977 vintage Taylor Port and a 1948 vintage Champagne Cognac, marking the birth years of Macron and Charles, respectively. The 48-year-old Macron was very lively, raising his glass while winking at Kate, drawing ridicule online. It wasn't just Kate who got the French president's flirtatious gestures. The British media also noticed that he winked at Charles. He winked at Trump as well, and even at the press. When meeting Italian Prime Minister Meloni, he skipped the hand kiss and went for a cheek-to-cheek kiss, with lingering eye contact. He personally adjusted the seat and backrest for Meloni, gazing at her affectionately and putting an arm around her. At last year's Paris Olympic opening ceremony, he kissed the female sports minister, who held the back of his head while he buried his face against her. The surrounding French officials looked visibly awkward. With such French-style passion, whose wife could tolerate it? Tabloids questioned Macron's etiquette during his meeting with Charles. Macron warmly patted the king's back, although, in theory, a monarch should not be touched casually. When former US First Lady Michelle touched the Queen's back, it was considered impolite. At the parade, Macron even walked ahead of the king, cheerfully taking the lead, and chatted with the captain of the honor guard, whose home is this, anyway? He didn't act like an outsider at all. Previously, when Trump visited the UK, he walked in front of the Queen, leaving her with no way forward. Now, Macron has also become a topic among the British. Brigitte had to worry about both state and personal matters for him, while keeping herself fit and well-groomed. No wonder it's exhausting. After 3 days of visits, Brigitte finally smiled. When saying goodbye to Charles and Camilla, Camilla wore a floral dress with wedge heels, while Brigitte wore a mini skirt suit, strutting on 10 cm stilettos like on a runway, tilting her head with a charming smile. Hard to believe she's 72. The reception for Macron was of very high protocol, with royal ladies all wearing tiaras, and the state banquet was grand. Camilla wore an ivory embroidered evening gown by Fiona Clare, paired with the sapphire tiara, bracelet, necklace, and earrings that once belonged to the Queen. Princess Anne wore the diamond floral tiara with a matching necklace. Only Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, wore jewellery that was not from the royal collection, her own aquamarine tiara. The Duchess of Gloucester's jewellery was the most exquisite, a full set of turquoise tiara, necklace, and earrings, layered with diamond tassels and pearl necklaces, inherited from Queen Mary's parents, priceless in value. This is Kate's first state banquet in 2 years. The last one she attended was in November 2023 for the then South Korean president and his wife. Now, with Yoon Suk-yeol in jail, the world has changed so quickly. She did not attend last year's state banquets for the Japanese emperor or the Qatari ruler. This time, Kate wore the only deep red cloak gown in the room, from the French brand Givenchy, paired with a matching bellflower clutch, and adorned with royal orders from Elizabeth II and Charles. On her head was Princess Diana's pearl tiara, along with Cartier's Greville diamond chandelier earrings, set with 7 different cuts of diamonds, a wedding gift from the Queen's parents. Previously, all of Kate's gowns came from British designers, showing that the treatment given to Macron was exceptional. When meeting Yoon Suk-yeol and Kim Ki-hee, she wore a pure white satin cape dress by Jenny Packham. The Strathmore Rose tiara, originally a wedding gift to the Queen Mother, was brought out again after nearly 90 years. In 2022, at the state banquet for the South African president, Kate wore a white satin gown paired with the pearl tiara. In 2019, she donned a fully pleated white McQueen ball gown, accessorized with the pearl drop tiara and 4-strand pearl and diamond bracelet from her mother-in-law, Diana. In 2017, when hosting the Spanish royal couple, Kate wore a lace dress by British luxury brand Marquesa, paired with the Collingwood drop pearl earrings. Today, at this Anglo-French power spectacle, Macron is the center of gossip, while Kate remains the main attraction and style ambassador, truly on point.